Hiya, Dr. Allison JK here. Happy to be with you. I want to talk about how with 2025 being a 9-year, which is near completion, and year of the snake, death, rebirth, shedding the skin, your old skin as the crow greets your welcome to, how we can work with our self-talk to help with this rebirthing time. So it's as simple as becoming more present with your stories. Now, many of you are already there, and I know that I don't tend to like to give even just wisdom without clearings and activations to help you do this, because there's way too many voices out there on social media that are giving you the idea that this should all be really simple. And it's a process, so being able to detach from your thoughts and observe your stories, that is a goal of meditation. And usually you have to do it for quite a bit of time before you can have this walking practice of I'm not my thoughts. I can choose what to listen to. So you're hearing these suggestions, right? And so how does it actually occur? Well, getting clearings and activations is the way I have found to speed up the results I even got in meditation for my clients, because I've talked about this in enough other videos. I want to stay with the track of, I don't want you to think that you should be able to just simply pull off of your thoughts to observe what stories you're applying. And if you don't, you've failed. Sometimes it's easier than others. You can catch it at 10 o'clock in the morning, and then by 11 o'clock, you're having your stories run your day. So where I'd really like to apply this is your everyday life, So as you engage in your routine, in your flow to your day, ask yourself, is choosing this right now going to help contribute more to creating the new? And see what that feels like without as much reliance on your logic only, in your head only, but see the feeling in your body. Does it create more spaciousness, or does it get you tighter, or help you stay contracted if you're already contracted, So really helping yourself to identify the thoughts that are of the old, that aren't creative, because you can have old storylines that are really creative. I'm not saying dissing all storylines, So noticing what your conclusions that you are able to observe. I don't even mean storylines only. I mean just the simple conclusions of, this is how I get new clients, for example. Now even that, I said it nasally because it's a heavy thought. Get new clients. If you are in service to people and you're joyous about what you're offering, yes, joyous, and I mean all the time. So you're anchored in your why, you're anchored in your joy of why you're doing what you're doing. That helps bring the magnetism level up, and it helps you make choices that are genuine, not robotically from the mind, generated by storylines and what you've learned from someone else about this is what somebody in my industry does in order to gain success. So rebirthing is really allowing, with your self-talk, is really allowing yourself more space throughout your day to question yourself, to question the conclusions you hear. Well, this is how I have always done it. It works well. Okay, stay with it. If it's light and it feels creative and the juice is still there. But if it's, this is how I've done it, so I must do it, nose to the grindstone, task orientation, dullness, heaviness, lethargicness to it, choose differently. It's really, really crucial in this time of rebirth to be able to be choosing what's more creative. And what's more creative is the higher vibratory stuff. Now, we create with all of our thoughts, right? And I don't mean all of our thoughts. I've done other videos on this where it's repeated thoughts, frequently repeated thoughts, or very heavily emotionally charged thoughts that happen in a moment of trauma, for example. So I don't want you to think that every thought is creative, because that's not true. And I'm all about, clearing out the misinformation in this field, specifically around all of the work with consciousness and creation or manifestation, because it's overly simplified and people quit on working with energy and working with their consciousness, thinking it's only the material realm and my strategies that create the success. This stuff doesn't work, right? So the whole practice of meditation that's been around for 5,000 years is about this applied mindfulness, as I've coined it, applied mindfulness, because you're using it in an applied way. It's not, I think that one of the misunderstandings about mindfulness is you create that in meditation. And then as you go out through your day, you're more present, you have more space, you're more peaceful. That's not it. Applied mindfulness is you're applying the objectivity to your thoughts, what's going on in your mind, to be able to redirect onto thoughts that are towards your highest and best and are creative from the new energies that are pouring down all around us and for the new era that we're co-creating together. So I hope there's been some nuggets in here to help you. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share the video. I don't typically ask for the sharing. I'm asking for the sharing. All right, y'all. I hope you're having a great weekend, whatever you're doing or whenever you're listening to this. Namaste.